Hi everyone, it's Robin and welcome back. Today is Thursday and you know what that means. Thrift store haul day. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. I have some fun stuff to share with you today, so I'm just going to go ahead and jump right in. Alright, so the very first thing that I found was this vintage stapler. Oh my goodness, I'm obsessed. This was $3 and I think it is amazing. Look at that. I mean, this is a heavy duty stapler. I also have another stapler that is vintage. This is a swing line. Yeah, this is a swing line. And the other one that I have is also a swing line. But it's not heavy duty like this. It even has staples in it, so that's a bonus. But anyways, back to what I was saying, is this. I bought myself a vintage style stapler off of an Etsy store probably 3 years ago and have fell in love with it right away because it actually doesn't break. I have bought so many staplers in the past from like Target and Office Max and those kind of places, and they all break within a year. Vintage staplers, that's the way to go. So I love this thing. I cannot wait to use it. I mean, look at that. I can stick my whole finger underneath there. This is a serious stapler. Very excited about it. So I think this will be fun just to sit out. I don't know if you remember, but I had a little vignette that I put together when school started up again. It had like a typewriter and stuff like that on it. It's like all of my little vintage desk accessories. So this will be awesome to add if I ever decide to do something like that again. But I may just end up having it sit out on my desk in the kitchen just for fun for a while so I can look at it. I think that's the ticket. Alright, so the next thing I bought is so random and I really don't know why I bought them, but you know those little goodie bags? Little goodie bags sometimes really suck me in, and then this time they had a goodie bag full of hors d'oeuvre forks for 99 cents. I have no idea how many are in this. And they're like an off-white brand, or they're like an off-white color. I have no idea what I'm going to do with these, but I saw them and I'm like, oh my goodness, those are so adorable. So of course I had to pick them up. And my sister was like, what is that? Like, it's little hors d'oeuvre forks. She's like, I've never seen anything like that in my life. These are really nice ones actually. One side has a little fork and the other side has like a little spear on it. I don't really want to open the package, but because I want to kind of keep them together. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that or not. But they're just like little hors d'oeuvre forks. You can put them in a little container next to like some finger food so people can like poke them in and pick out the ones they want. Or you could use them for drinks too. Like if you have a dinner party and you're going to have like a cocktail hour or something, you could plop like the onions and the olives on these and then into the drink or on a little tray next to the drink, whatever. These would be really cute to use. So I thought they were really cool. I don't know if I'll ever use them, but if I ever have a party, I'm prepared. Alright, the next one is, I got sucked into the goodie bags this week, folks. I got 2 goodie bags. The next one that I bought was $2.99. And this is what it looks like. I did not open it yet, but there's one thing in here that I wanted in this 2-pack of things for $2.99. The first thing in it was this apple core or apple slicer. I don't know. Do you guys use these things? I find them very annoying. So I do not. And plus I'm past the stage where I've got to cut up apples for people anymore. So I will be redonating that sucker. The thing that I wanted it for was this guy right here. You see that? I think it's supposed to be like a little cheese slicer or something like that, because it's got like this little area here that looks like you could slice the cheese on it and then you can use this handle and cut the cheese. Well, in my family we use this sort of thing as a pizza cutter. They work amazing to cut pizza slices. I love them. And I really like this one because this has a nice chunky handle on it. It's nice and big in my hand and it seems really sturdy. Now I have never had one of these before, but my mom has like 3 of these that she uses, and she uses them to cut pizza with. Like, you know, the frozen pizza that you get from the store. So, this is what I'm going to be. This is my new pizza cutter. So excited about this. Cannot wait to use that. And I'm sure I won't have to wait very long because I like pizza a lot. Don't tell nobody. I could eat pizza every single day of my life and never, ever get tired of it. And I could eat the same kind of pizza every day. Pepperoni pizza. That is my jam. Oh my goodness, I love it so much. Anyways, let's not talk about pizza, or you know what we're going to be having for dinner tonight. Alright, so the next thing that I've got... Oh, I feel like I'm going through my stuff too fast. Anyways, the next thing that I got is this vintage gardening tool. It's a little, you know, weed digger, or I guess you would call it a hoe, but it has a short little handle. This was $3.99. The handle is pretty well disintegrated, or it looks pretty rough. It's got a little bit of chippy paint on it still, and I just fell in love with this. I do have quite a collection of vintage gardening tools that I kind of put on display out on my porch for the summer months. So I thought this would work really nicely with that grouping because I don't have anything like this. I have a few other, like, you know, hand pruners and little trowels and stuff, but nothing like this. So it'll be a nice addition to my little collection. I almost bought a saw too. They had a nice looking, like, vintage, they had a really nice looking saw that was probably about this long, just a basic wood saw, but it was old and I should have bought it. I don't know. I was trying to save money and not spend so much, so I didn't get it, but now I'm like, I wish I would have got that saw. So I'm hoping that the saw will still be there next week when I go, because if it is, it's totally mine. I'm calling dibs. So the next thing I found is awesome. For $1.99, I found myself a new cutting board. Isn't it gorgeous? This thing is super thick. Look at how thick that is. It's this nice little small size. It does have some stuff on the side. I have no idea what this all means. I have no idea. But it's kind of cool. It's like burned into and it has it on the other side too. So two sides have the etchings and the other side does not. So I think it was kind of cool. But basically I just bought it because I loved how chunky it was. I love the patina on it. And it's just like a nice sized little square, you know, like cut up an apple sort of. Look at that. If I had a cutter and an apple core. Look at that. Didn't even realize. I'm on an apple craze today. Anyways, I thought it was a nice little size. And I loved how thick and chunky it was. And I think this will be a nice little one for stacking in front of other cutting boards. So I'm not real sure if I'm actually going to use it or if it's going to end up being just a display cutting board. But regardless, it will for sure go on my display with my other cutting boards because that thing is awesome. Alright, so the next thing I picked up was something for my girls. Now I have 3 daughters. The 2 oldest daughters are really into drawing. They love to draw pictures and that sort of thing. And lately they've been asking for a certain type of book on how to draw, and they wanted I can't say it. They wanted I can't say it. Anatomy? Is that how you say it? An anatomy book? Yeah, that's how you say it. Anyways, so they wanted an anatomy book. And I'm like, I was looking at them for Christmas and they're like really expensive for drawing, obviously. So I found this book, Anatomy for the Artist. Oh my goodness, what a score. It was $3. And this thing is pretty cool. It has like a lot of drawings in it, obviously. It goes through the body basically. It shows you how to draw different parts of the body. See that? On one side, and then the other side has a write-up of like what they're talking about, or the what do you call it? The skill that they're trying to I can't talk today, I'm sorry. On the other side has like a little write-up of the seal that they're trying to, you know, talk about or whatever. But anyways, this book is pretty cool. I was looking through it myself when I got it home, and it basically goes through the whole body and all the different parts of the body and how to draw each of them. And then towards the back of the book, it helps you, shows you how to draw them at different angles and such. And it's pretty cool. So anyways, and it's vintage too, which is awesome to me. I don't know, it was, well, not so vintage, I guess. It was published in 1953, so I mean, that's before my time, so I'm saying it's vintage. Now, what is your guys' take on what is vintage and what is not vintage? I guess for me, what I have heard, let me know if this is true or not. Maybe I'm completely wrong. But I have been told that anything over 10 years old is considered vintage. Anything over 100 years old is considered antique. Let me know, true or false statement. What do you think? I don't know. That's kind of my little, that's where I put things. 10 years doesn't seem very long though. I would think like anything over 20 years would definitely be vintage. But 10 years, that doesn't seem like very long to me. Maybe 10 to 15 years? I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. That's our little discussion piece for today. Oh my goodness. I'm in quite the mood today. I have to warn you. So I have 3 more things to share with you. And this next item, oh, you guys, I am so in love with this thing. Alright, ready? Are you ready for this? It was $5 at the thrift store. Do you see this? It's a hanging candle holder. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show it very well. But it's wrought iron. Has 4 little candle holders on it. But look at this thing. Like this little sawhorse sort of thing. And you can adjust it to how long you want it to hang down. How you move it up and down this little sawborn area. Oh my goodness, isn't this amazing? Oh, I was like in love with this when I saw it on the shelf. And I quick picked it up and I'm like, oh, this is even more amazing than I thought. So yeah, I was pretty happy with this. And like I said, it was only $5. Oh my goodness. I am so in love with this. It is not even funny. And the problem with being in love with this one is that I have another chandelier. Another candle chandelier that I bought over a year ago. That's also wrought iron, but it has like crystals on it and stuff. But it's still sitting hidden in the corner of my bedroom underneath my husband's bedside table behind a basket because I don't know where to put it. And then I go ahead and buy this one. I'm a naughty person. But that's alright because I think I have a plan for this one. This one is very rustic, very farmhouse. I mean, you can't say that this is not a farmhouse-like situation. But what I think I'm going to do with this is hang it on my back patio during the summer months. I think that will be perfect for that. So I'm very excited about this. So yeah, that was like my find of the day. Alright, so the next item that I found, I cannot believe I found. Now if you remember back 2 weeks ago was the first Thrift Store Thursday of the year. I found a red American Tourist travel bag. It was gorgeous and I fell in love with it and it was awesome. You are not going to believe what I found this week. Are you ready for this? I'm speechless to tell you the truth. It was $5.99 and it is this right here. Another red American Tourist bag. This one's smaller than the first one, obviously, and not quite the same. And this one has the flat zippered pouch in the front, and then it has the big space in the middle. Now this one is not lined with white like the other one that I found, but this one is actually, the inside is doesn't have that weird kind of smell that luggage can kind of get. So this one is better in that respect. But it is not as good because it does have a few spots where it's got a couple little scratches or nicks in the vinyl. But oh my goodness, can you believe this? I am speechless. speechless. I can't believe that I found another one in so short of time. Now, if you were to hold these next to each other, the patina on them is much, much different. Right now, on the camera, it is showing very, very bright red, but this one is a much subdued color red. And I don't know why, and I'm not sure if that is because this one seems a lot more matte than the other one. The other one has a lot more shine to it, or if this is just slightly more worn than the other one. But if you were to put them next to each other, they're not going to match completely, but they'd be very close. But yeah, I was just like, this is awesome. Now, to be truthful, my sister had to talk me into getting this bag. And I'll tell you why. Because I didn't think that I really needed another one of these. The other one that I have is much bigger than this, and I feel that I will use that one. This one is much smaller, and I'm not sure if I'm actually going to use it. And the reason why I don't think I'll actually use it is that this shoulder strap is very, very short. Obviously, yes, I can adjust it, but I don't know that I can adjust it enough that I would actually wear it like on my shoulder, which is what I would want to do. But this is a really nice size bag for like a carry-on bag. Like, I can see myself using this as a carry-on. Because, I mean, you can get a lot of stuff in this. And I can actually put my actual purse inside of this carry-on. So, I don't know. So my sister talked me into it, and she was right. I needed to pick it up because, for one, it's in red. If I ever find any luggage in red, I have to get it. That is the new rule because I love red to begin with. And I'm loving these vintage suitcases and stuff. But I don't know if I'm going to really actually... Here's my dilemma. I feel like it's wrong for me to buy something like this if I know I'm not going to use it. Do you know what I mean? But I don't know. I haven't showed this to my girls yet though. So one of them might claim it for like an overnight bag. Because this would be perfect. This would be the perfect size for an overnight bag for one of my girls. Do you know what I mean? Because they don't have as much stuff as their mama does. But yeah. So anyways, can you believe it though? Another bag for $5. Well, it was $6, I guess. But I am on a vintage luggage roll, folks. Cross your fingers for me that this will keep on rolling because I would love to find the suitcase that goes with this. Oh, that would be amazing. Alright, so moving on to the very last thing that I found this past week. Now, many of you are going to say, Robin, where are the dishes you bought this week? There's only one, and it's coming up. Can you believe that? I was a very good girl this week. Anyways, so this last item that I found was $7.99, and it is this gorgeous soup tureen. Can you see this? Absolutely stunning. It is just so delicate looking. Can you see the delicate little handles on it? And then the printing on it, or the color on it, is the palest of green floral design on it. And then it's got bits of yellow, or bits of gold swirls on it, and little bits of gold up at the top. It is just absolutely gorgeous. And I'm just like, I couldn't pass it up, even though I don't know if I'm actually going to use it. But for $7, this was not staying on the shelf. It had to come home with me. So I don't know if I'm going to keep it or if I'm going to do something else with it. I've got an idea in my mind, but I'm not sure if it's all going to work out. But I couldn't pass it up. The problem with this is the color on it. If it was like a blue or a pink, I would have no problem keeping it. But green, I just don't have anything in this green color. Which doesn't mean I don't like it. I just don't have anything that I can really use it with at this point. So I'm just going to kind of hold on to it for a while, see if anything develops in this green, because this green color would be gorgeous to use in the springtime. I do use green in my decor come springtime, but I use a very limey green and just a teeny tiny bit of it with a healthy dose of like coneflower blue and a lot of white. And I absolutely love the three colors together. So this would be kind of a nice little accent piece. I don't know. So I'm just gonna, for now, I'm just gonna hold on to it, see what develops. I might be able to make something work around it. Otherwise, I will pass it on to some other well-deserved person, I am sure. So I just thought it was gorgeous and I could not stay on the shelf. So I brought it home with me. Alright, so that is it for this week's haul. Some really cool items that I cannot wait to start playing with and working around and having a good old time with. So of course, as always, if you have found something from the thrift store in the past week that has you excited and thrilled, please leave it in the comments down below and let me know all about it, because I like to know such things. So I would appreciate that. So we can keep this dialogue going. And yes, thank you so much for stopping by today. I know I'm kind of chatty today and I'm in a very quirky mood today. I don't know if you can know that, if you sense that or not, but yeah, I'm just in a, I think it's because the weather today, I think it hit like 34 degrees. It was sunshiny this afternoon and the snow was melting and I could have went outside without a coat on and been perfectly fine today. And so I think that's probably what is going on with my mood today. It's just been, I feel free and alive. But anyways, thank you for putting up with me today. I know I've been a little silly, but that's alright. And I appreciate you stopping by and hanging out with me. And I look forward to seeing you again next week for another Thrift Store Thursday. If you are new to my channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button and becoming part of my happy at home family so you won't miss any of my upcoming videos. So that is it for me today. I will let you go and I will see you again very, very soon. Bye.